if I'm carrying stuff in my hands and I get attacked and I've got to pull my gun, what do I do? Let's talk about that. Hey everybody, this is Mike with Personal Protection Academy. Have you thought about what happens if your gunfight, which is going to come out of nowhere and it's probably going to surprise you, what happens if it comes when you're walking out of a store with something in your hands? What if you're carrying a child in your hands? What if you're carrying a cell phone in your hands? What if you've got a bag or some groceries or something in your hands? What do? Well, first thing I want you to get used to doing is carry those things in your support side hand. In my case, that would be my left hand, and keep my strong side hand free so that I can get to my firearm and present it as needed. So what do? Well, frankly, I can't think of many things that are more important in my life. So I'm going to carry a child in my left hand. I'm going to turn my body to protect the child, and I'm going to shoot one-handed. Other than that, drop it. You don't need it. So that's the answer. Carry stuff in your weak side hand, except humans. Carry stuff in your weak side hand so that you have your dominant hand free. But here's more importantly, practice that stuff. Because if you've not practiced it, you're not going to do well. So think about what if you've got a child in your hand? You need to learn how to shoot one-handed. And how are you shooting one-handed? Have you practiced that? Do you work on that? That's something that we encourage people to work on quite a bit. And that's something that we want you to address. Now, everything else, I don't care if it's your fancy new phone or a big bag of jewels or whatever you got, it is not worth your life. So practice. So go ahead and get a phone case. That doesn't matter. And please don't do this, but if you do this, practice it. Be walking down the street and have someone scream threat. And practice what it's like to drop stuff and get on the gun. What if I've got a bag full of stuff, right? I've got my groceries, or I'm coming out of a meeting or something, and then work again with a friend or a timer, and walk towards the target, and someone yells threat, or your timer goes off. Right? And that's where you want to be. Practice it left-handed, practice it right-handed, and you will find out for certain that you're going to be faster if you carry your anything, your phone, your child, your bags in your support side hand. So what happens if I've got it in my dominant hand? It's just a little bit slower. Threat. And then I can draw from that position. But get in the habit of carrying all your items on your left hand. What about this? If you're coming out of a store, go ahead and use a shopping cart, right? I'm using a shopping cart, and I've got stuff in my shopping cart. I'm able to, number one, use the shopping cart to defend myself, or to push it at someone, or distract someone, and then go for my firearm. And that's going to give me the opportunity that I need. So use a shopping cart more often. But don't be the guy or gal that has 3 or 4 bags on each arm, and then you got to go to drop it and then acquire your firearm. It's going to take longer, and it's going to put you in jeopardy. So number one, make sure you're carrying your items in your support side hand. If you've got to be on your phone, if it has to be an emergency, fine. Work with it on your left-hand side, and then do practice acquiring your firearm and dropping your phone. So get to the point where you're carrying everything on your support side. And then also, please practice this. Practice dropping your stuff and getting to your firearm. It's going to be a little bit slower, but if you do it from a position of a free dominant hand, you're going to be a lot faster. What do you think about that? Am I full of left-right malarkey, or do you agree with that? Have you practiced these drills before? Leave your comments down below and let's hear about what you got to say. Other than that, we will see you on the range next time. Bye-bye.